There's a lot of features that we've added. So we've been basically focusing this week on getting all the features that we absolutely need into the platform. But we've come to some, issues as we, it's a lot of people working on the same code base, but we're basically merging everything together, and it's a lot of code, and there are a lot of different kind of database types, schemas that are changing constantly, and so this is creating issues left and right, and we're basically trying to get through all that while still having our app ready for the world. And right now it's ready-ish, so we've done a redesign on kind of on our marketplace, and how we essentially demonstrate different value. Don't look at this; it's been completely whatever. But basically, we're just working to get everything. Just adding all the little things. It's all about little things and making sure that things work well. So, getting users, signed in, creating different assets, really working on these different asset types that users can create, the financial instruments and the calculations, and then making sure that updates and that's put into the smart contracts that are generated from and the different legal agreements and getting that up to upload. Last week was getting everything to work. This week it's all about making the actual user experience great. So we actually got most stuff to work, but now we're trying to optimize the user experience, make it amazing, and we're basically breaking everything because we're reconfiguring how everything works to help the users, not just us. So the back-end processes are working, our APIs are working, all of that works. We're not really having much problems there. What we're having problems is basically making it so that people can use it. So that's the big challenge right now. And so and the thing is, for people to use it, we actually have to add some features, some here and there. So we look at, we didn't consider that before, but from a user standpoint, that would suck. Or different security measures that can help protect the users that cause things. And like I said, then it's taking all that stuff and putting it together. So of course, using Git and merging and everything, things are fine, but they're just little things with database schema issues, like where I have one kind of set of rules for my database, and then let's say David had to work on something. He had to set a new kind of rules for a new feature he was working on, and then Ty has old rules from a long time ago, but he worked on a change, and now we have to get them all together. And so it's just kind of going back, trying to jog your memory, trying to remember what did we do then, what was happening, then go through the logs and looking at a lot of these terminal windows. Basically, it's just constant terminal windows just everywhere, and kind of be like, oh, it was there, it was here, it was there. They make fun of me because I have too many terminal windows open, but these are necessary. So, the reason I can actually keep track of all this stuff is because I have it all right here. But occasionally they get lost because they don't have enough terminal windows open. They can't find what they need to find. I can memorize all the stuff I was doing. They do all the stuff in one window, and it just messes them up. And they're like, what was I doing? I'm trying to tell them, just open up more terminal windows, open up more tabs, get more tabs. See the tabs? This is how many tabs you need to be productive, right? And there are more tabs behind that. I don't know if you can see that.
That's a shitload of tabs.
But you need tabs and clutter. And this, this is how many things you have open. You got to have, a lot of, you kind of, so you can see all of it at once. It's important. So,
that's your workflow.
This is not how they operate. But,
I have a question. So when do you think the platform will be ready for?
No, at 12:30 today, like in 30 minutes. Like it should be. We have some small little issues with migrations as far as things getting updated and added if they're not added already. But other than that, no, it should be good. It should be ready to go. So there's one little issue that I'm looking at right now that causes problems along the lines of commercial paper, which is our major thing. It's already on our main site, but in the event that we have to ever, fall back onto a different web server or something like that, because everything's about redundancy. Our whole thing right now is making sure that it works all the time the same way on different servers. This is critical because when something bad happens, which will happen, an attacker comes or a server just fails for whatever reason, we have to be able to have redundancies to get everyone's data back. It's all obviously everything's stored on the blockchain, but as far as making the user experience the same with everything in the blockchain, I think that's what we're doing. That's kind of in a new space, is that we're doing a lot of smart contracts and stuff. We're actually bringing that to the regular everyday person, and in bridging that gap, there's a lot of things you have to do in the traditional way. With traditional database, a lot of things you have to do with the blockchain. You have to make these two work together, and they, by their nature, do not want to communicate. So that's where we come in to build a solution, but also make something people can use well to actually change the way people invest in things peer-to-peer. So we want strictly peer-to-peer transactions between people that are trusted with tokens, where you can buy big things with small pieces and in small pieces. And yeah, we're hopefully by the time everyone sees this video, everything will be beautiful and peachy. Me and Ty will be in Dubai. Hey, that rhymes. Me and Ty will be in Dubai, and David will be here spreading the gospel with Jason. Getting everyone, on board to understand how to use the platform. Because now, next week's going to pivot into just working directly with companies, getting them on the platform, we only want 10 users, but we want them to really love our product. That's our goal. We don't want 1,000 users, we don't want 1,000,000 users. We want 10 users who use our product every single day and that they love it. And once we get to that point, we can just enhance their experience and make sure that they have the best product that they ever had for what they're doing, which is moving and buying assets. And there will be hurdles, and that we plan to spend the next month just making sure that those 10 users are just really happy, and not only happy, they're like almost addicted. They love it, and then from there we plan to figure out how to enhance their experience by enhancing the ecosystem, because this platform is all about building the ecosystem. So once we have the 10 people that are working on it, the investor side, the company side, then it's figuring out how to grow the ecosystem for those original 10. So if you want to be in the original 10, we'd love to work with you. We'd love to just come out, hang out, work with us to, if you own a company that does several $1 million in revenue a year and you have a healthy balance sheet and you can pass our partner's audit, then you can be at it. If you are a investor who just has $5, then you could be on the investor side. So it's that much less barrier to entry to be on the investor side. Typically it's the other way around, right? But to be on the investor side, to find solid investments, whether they're loans or whether they're high yielding commercial paper, or whether they're bonds, or whether they're dividend yielding assets like stocks, whatever it is, you'll be able to buy on this platform, and we'll have safe ones. And you don't have to get approved by us, because you can still do things peer-to-peer without it being listed. But yeah, we would love to work with you if you want to get down. So that's where we're at right now.
So, what do you have for me?
I'm currently working on getting some styling stuff to get that little extra polish. I like to have very few tabs open when I work, to try to keep a nice clean workspace so I can stay focused rather than jumping around and reading the news and checking the price of Bitcoin and working. I pride myself in being able to focus on my task at hand.
Yeah, you got to watch that price of Bitcoin.
Oh, no, man.
I recently discovered this great IDE called Sublime. Mike originally was a Vim user. He was always into this, like, trying to look elite and stuff.
No, that was never me. That was Ty. Don't even let that lie propagate.
No, it's I'm getting used to using. So our lead developer on the Rails app is actually David, and I've been getting used to doing it so I can take on some of the work. So it's been really exciting to get to work on some new stuff and to start putting together to contribute to the greater platform as well, not just backend stuff.
And how would it contribute to the platform? Exactly.
We can do more at once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So helps with workflow.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I can also break things, and then these guys can fix them, and then they'll keep them on their toes, so everyone stays strong.
So y'all going to Dubai tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So what do you have in store for the Dubai trip?
We have a bevy of meetings, and we're hosting a meetup on Sunday in the evening to meet and introduce people to the Seoul Bitcoin and blockchain community, and to meet as well anybody who wants to represent where they're going. So if you have an opportunity to come to that, that'd be awesome. Then after that we have a couple of conferences that we're attending on Monday. including a kind of a legal fintech conference, as well as hosted by DLA Piper, as well as a gigantic like blockchain conference, because Dubai is kind of on the cutting edge of innovation right now.
Okay. And nothing else, nothing special happened this week? Anything?
Well, I think the platform's getting there. We have a lot of work left to do today. So excited to kind of get this going and pumped to see it up and ready to go.
So what is your expectations once the website is fully live?
My expectation is to be able to get companies on here and get them quick liquidity and help people out as far as getting introduced to blockchain. Because one of the most exciting parts about this is it's a platform that allows new people who maybe don't understand how to program or code to do some pretty exciting stuff with both blockchain, but also assets in general. It's almost, in some ways, I've learned more about the finance world and economics from looking at this platform, and I think it's actually an amazing teaching tool for both technologists and financial specialists.
All right, dude.
We break stuff every day.
All right. Go when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So just talk
You asking
about,
question or?
Yeah, just talk about like what you've been working on this week. Future expectations.
Yeah, so
and all that.
this week, like as usual, just like coding and development all week. Like it's been like a big week again. You always think it's the last one, but so yeah. And I just learned. I'm in Korea for 6 more months. Really happy, but also really tired.
Why are you tired?
Just because of yesterday, we had like this big problem like about we just like try to merge like all our changes, because now we're really focusing on user experience, so we're trying to really get everything working on the platform. So we started working with three people on the same code base, which makes things way more quicker, but also way more complicated when you merge everything together.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course I fucked things up at one point, because everybody does. And we were sitting yesterday 4 hours trying to figure out the problem, but we got it solved, and now everything's back on track.
Okay. So, what is your expectations of the platform release?
To make it work by tonight.
Tonight? All right.
Not by 12 like Mike said, but by tonight.
All right.